Okay, so this is a video about something that I run into, something like with game development, where there are like three things that I run into that just make me abandon projects, or just feel like I just can't deal with it anymore. I don't want to look at or think about or go near something like important projects and stuff I've been working on. And these are like my ideas. So what to do about game dev depression or lack of will to work on another project. So like when everything feels like a grind, almost out of slavery, to like finish another level or another, you could say, effects, or even like a material, or just like adding another line of code. And I use Visual Script, just or level design, or really making another texture you just can't stand. Like what you have to do. And then after that, also that feeling when you like get totally bored with, and you just can't think about what you're working on. And even if it's fun stuff and cool stuff in theory, you almost like feel like vomiting from like, and you hate the very concepts and everything you ever did and all the work you put into something. It just totally bores you. And then finally also, when you've lost the overview, I added so much stuff and lore that you feel burdened. When finally there's like so much, what do you call it, so many tasks and so much stuff you have to get done. And in video game, it can be code, it can be effects, it can be graphics, it can be sound design, it can be publishing, it can be marketing, it can be something like working with actors and voice actors. And there's, in a sense, so much you have to do before you can like finish a video game, depending on what you're working on, that it can be very like overwhelming. And that feeling of something that you've lost your overview, or something like there's too much going on, and you don't have like a good idea what you specifically are supposed to be doing right now. There's just too much stuff. Then that feeling and those three things, I think, are like connected, and what you could call game dev depression. And what I think is that what makes sense to me is like go for a walk, or think about something else for a while, and get mental breaks to get rest. Somewhere like when this happens, you need to like walk away, and perhaps something about yourself. You need to like walk away for like 2 hours, perhaps 3 hours, perhaps 4 hours, and you start like know a little about yourself. I need to do something totally else for a while, and go talk to some friends, or perhaps you listen to a concert, or go to the gym or something. I just need to do something totally else for a while, and then I'll be good. Or that feeling of when you are very tired, and then you get a good night's sleep, and you wake up and you're totally rested, and you're something like ready to start over, and so on. Something like that's something like get something like appropriate rests, you might call it. And then do something nice for yourself, and get that of just much therapy or recreation or something like that. And that's sort of like what I could think of. And then there was this really nice dude on let's see here, on a Discord server called Bear, on the Discord server Games from Scratch. He said that these also some like work for him, and I thought this was like really nice. He just answered immediately, and there's very nice answers. Celebrate victories and milestones and whatnot, and then keep track of progress. And he says sometimes I keep a journal log of how I feel before, during, and after work. Divide work into categories as to separate between high and low energy tasks, or even creative and more boring tasks. Share results with friends to uplift yourself on their response. And I think that he really understands this much better than I do. But I like asked him, and if I quoted his name, if I could like talk about his response, because it's really good, in like a video about how to like deal with this stuff. That he said, yeah, that's cool. And then I think that these are like some really good answers, at least to get started on dealing with game dev depression. Something like when the grind, or something like the sheer work, or something like almost madness of how much you have to do and how difficult it is to make video games, sort of like get to you. And I think that's sort of like that. And sort of like today, that's my devlog, and I've sort of like run into this, and I'm trying to like deal with this and looking for answers, and that's it. Thank you. Bye.